Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever Q&A video, yay! And to be quite honest with you guys, I am so happy and thankful to have all the questions you guys have sent me. I was not expecting there to be that many, honestly. But thank you guys so much. There's so many awesome questions and I'm so happy to be able to answer all of them for you guys. And thank you guys so much for over 300 subs. I literally never in the full 1 year I started YouTube expected to get this kind of big. Like, what? Oh my goodness. I started this all out of the sheer hyperfixations and special interests that I was interested in, and oh my goodness, it's so cool to see the growth of such a small but mighty community we all have here. But yeah, and also quite frankly, I have been in a oh my goodness, I have Shark Week going on right now, so you could tell probably. So please forgive me if I seem extra sometimes checked out. I am very it has been a time very overstimulating for me as an autistic woman. But I'm excited to be able to focus on you guys here instead of me just rotting in bed and munching on boba, which by the way right now I'm kind of tempted to just order boba delivery. But anyways, let's get started with the question. So first off, I categorized all the questions by TWST and then personal and hobbies. I'll figure out the order later, but first, I definitely want to start with the TWST fandom questions because, of course, that is literally 90% of my channel because I hyperfixate on that the most. So, first off, how did you get into TWST? Well, let me tell you guys, it was a story. So, first off, when I graduated from UCLA at 2024, or in 2024, I went on a graduation trip down to Australia. Yay! If there's anyone from Australia here watching, I just want to say I love your guys' country so much. I've only been to Sydney though. That's all I could say. But anyway, so I was visiting Sydney, and me and my sister both graduated the same year. We both got our bachelor's degrees, and then we went to SmashCon, which is the coolest. Oh, it's still my most favorite convention of all time. But anyway, so we went to SmashCon, and on the way back home, we would be stopping by Hawaii, which is where most of my family lives. So one of my cousins really wanted us to buy her any Twisted Wonderland merch. And so naturally, me and my sister had no idea at the time what Twisted Wonderland was. So they were like, oh, okay. And then at the same time, our cousin gave us the whole spiel rundown, oh yeah, it's Disney villains inspo, expired off the OGs, classics, or whatever. And we're like, oh, that's cool. So naturally on the trip, we found her. I think it was only one sticker pack. So back then, this was back in 2024, it was barely any merch, at least down under. But anyway, so we only got her that one sticker pack. And while we were at the hotel, my sister downloaded the game, and I think I didn't download it until after my trip, honestly. But that's how we got to at least know about Twist. And eventually, later on, I started playing Twist heavily in that fall, after. In the fall after. There you go. I can't speak clearly. Oh, question 2 is which character did you initially like slash made you cave for the game? Ooh, if it's still Malleus or Idia, that's okay. Not the call out, Hannah. I was kidding. It's not really call out. But nah, man, you called it pretty much. So, you know how there's that beginning part of the game where you get to take the hand of whoever's in the mirror or something? I think I did choose Malleus because I remember I think it was his SR card. Yeah, it was his ceremonial robes SR card was my very first one. So yeah, I'm basic, I suppose. I choose the poster boy, but at the time I had no idea that he was the poster boy. I'm a later twisty, okay? I must say, in my defense, I didn't know. And this goes hand in hand with this other question from Remy, who said, who is your favorite character from Twist? I must say, although my 3 faves, I kind of circle through them, or cycle through them. Moi. I love Malleus, Lilia, and Idia, but if I choose one, it would definitely just be Malleus. He is just I kid, autistic dragon dude. He just wants friends and be invited. It's pretty wholesome. But in reality, everyone thinks he's oh, he's so imposing, and the way he comes off is apparently this untouchable being, but no, he's not. And I think I just kin him for the most part too, and that's why I love the guy. So anyway, I relate. The next question is, what dorm is the best in your opinion? Oh no. Y'all, I don't think it's a surprise at this point. I don't know. Should I cancel myself for being so basic? But of course, my favorite and also my opinion the best dorm has to be the Insomnia. Bro, their dynamic is so fleshed out, and it really does help the fact that they give them over I think it's 300 plus chapters for their book. But honestly, who knows? If they give that much time and, like, I suppose story writing for all the other dorms for their books, like, who knows? I feel like there'd be more of an equal chance for the other dorms, honestly. Like, I just love the whole Dia fam dynamic. Like, come on, man. Everyone loves the old grandpa, chaotic, that dad to everyone. Oh, with an autism son, and I don't know, man. And they also managed to basically adopt Sebek in their basically found family, even though he has his own family. I don't know. I can't talk, guys. Don't. I am on Shark Week brain. Who knows? I'm just trying my best to answer these. Oh. The other note I wrote here was, and their dorm outfits are peak, man. They slay. Okay, honestly, I'd say my favorite uniforms would be the Insomnia and then Pomfiore. Personally, though, if I were to wear one personally, like if I were to wear one IRL, it would have to be Pomfiore's. Totally random. That wasn't part of the question, but I must say, going off topic here. So the next question is, if you could be in a twist dorm, which one would you choose? Okay, so I did that MBTI test, guys, for the twist dorms on Pinterest or whatever, wherever it was. I think it was on Pinterest, and it said I was right in between Ignahide and Diasomnia because I am an INFJ. And, well, surprise, surprise, first of all, because there's so many INFJ or INTJ autisms, I feel like. But anyways, I feel like I would definitely be in Diasomnia, because if many of you who are watching ever watch my streams, technology is not kind to me. I am definitely in Diasomnia. But if I do end up in Diasomnia, I really hope that I have some sort of magic. Instead of how Prefect or you does. I have no idea how they do it to this day in the main story. What book do you think had the best? I'm squinting, guys. Don't judge me. I was too lazy to put in context today because I couldn't put in context. Whenever, guys, I don't know if it's just me. Whenever I have a meltdown, I can't wear contacts because my eyes get all puffy. But anyways, that was a little snippet into my week. But anyways, what book do you think had the best story and twist? And I wrote, of course, book 7. If you are watching this, just skip to like 5 minutes down the line because these are like all the sort of like beginner questions for those of you who are new here, perhaps. But anyways, ashamed of myself for being so basic. I don't know, man. This is a self roasting session today. But anyways, of course, it's gonna be book 7, and I'm not gonna really get into spoilers for those of you who haven't completed book 7 or even gotten to book 7 if you're a newer player. But it is peak. Like, oh my gosh, like, ooh, yeah, the Dia fam, it's so good. Which is also why I think it'd be reasonable, hopefully in the future, if they could do like a book 1.5 or 2.5 or something, like getting more, like, I guess some sort of info or like, like lore with all the other previous dorms. Maybe that would really help do them justice in addition. I don't know, man. But I was discussing this with my sister actually the other day, so that's what I think. And then the next question is, do you think any character is misunderstood by most fans? If so, which one or which ones and why? Oh my gosh. I can't. This one was hard for me, so I had to kind of like make the question slightly different. So I put do you have any unpopular opinion? So for me, it really was just this is my big unpopular opinion, okay? If you are an Ace stan, please don't hate on me, okay? I feel like after this video I'm just already like targeted just for being a typical Diasomnia like stan, but still. Anyways, I don't get why Ace. I feel like he has a lot more popularity than Deuce. Or at least, especially like I don't know, man. Before the anime, especially like when we had just the game, there are so many Ace stands that I feel like there weren't that many Deuce stands. I don't know, man. This is what I observed in conventions before the anime dropped. Like what is going on? But anyways, so I hope that was still up to gist with your question. Oh, yeah, this question was from It's Drawing, so thank you for the question. And then the next question is, what dorm do you think deserves more attention? Naturally, I would say Savannah Claw, because their book writing, it was so sad. They needed to give Leona more spotlight time for his own book. Please. Oh my gosh. And then, with this in mind, there's another question right after that says, if you could rewrite one part of the story, what would you change? I feel like I just answered 2 in 1, basically. So basically, book 2, bro, it was Yona's story. Bro, he was the spotlight we're supposed to be, but we barely saw him in like what was it, 3 chapters at the very end for the most part. Ah. And also, it's the same sort of point I kind of rambled about previously in multiple times in this video, where it's like if they gave him more like story writing development to his backstory. We just, you know how we get the very brief snippets of the the overblown backstories or whatever. It's like for him, I want to know. Okay, you really gotta. There needs to be more, basically. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. But anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. Dang, it's drawing. You have a lot of really good questions. Like, oh my god, this is picking my critical thinking brain from like uni days. Oh my gosh, which character do you think has the best written backstory? Lilia, hands down. That dude, he wins. He wins. Like, oh my gosh, and he honestly deserves it. Like, bro, like even if you haven't gotten to that part of the game yet, like I'm just saying, just you wait and watch. And good luck because I was so emo after listening to a story. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say if you haven't gotten to a story yet. Likewise, who do you think is the most underrated character in Twist and why? Ooh, I'm sorry, I just breathed it into the mic. But oh my goodness, I feel like for the longest time, and I feel like he's starting to get popular now, of course, because book 7. But I feel like Silver for a very long time was very underrated. Like, granted, all his SR and R card vignettes would be like, oh yeah, he's just a chill, sleepy guy. Like, I don't know, man, but now, here's the thing with characters. I don't know. It's the thing with like my own sort of like, what was the word? Qualms with Twist, or my own little ish with Twist is that not all of the characters have the same amount of story writing or attention that they really put into the characters. Like for instance, I barely know much about Jack or Cater. Like Cater, you know he has like an emo side. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's not much on these characters. You know what? Actually, actually, the one character that I never like really like, I think is the most mysterious character to this day is Rook. Technically, all you know is that he's a whimsical little Frenchman. But like, what is the background? Like what? I don't know if this makes sense to y'all. But anyways, that's my unfiltered opinions. We are going full throttle today, guys. Oh my gosh. Which dorm do you think has the most chaotic energy overall? Oh man. I wrote here Herzogul or Octaviano because on one side you got the Fish Mafia, the other side you got a very strict regimented dorm. Personally, personally, I don't know which one's worse. So I think I just put them as a tie, honestly. But you guys let me know your opinions, of course, on all these questions down below in the comments. But oh my goodness. Oh, and this next question is characters switch dorms, which characters would struggle or surprisingly thrive the most? Oh my gosh, guys, I had a whole discussion with this with my sister because I had to really like think and bounce off stuff with her because she's really good. Also, she writes. Anyway, so naturally, the easiest ones, guys, of course, you guys probably could already figure out is Malleus will die in Ignihide. Poor guy. So I love the developments in book, was it 7.5? Anyways, and then of course, naturally, on the flip side, Idia and Azul would die in Savannah Claw, and Idia would die in Deosomnia. And then Ethel would honestly thrive in Savannah Claw, we love. And then Ruggy would thrive in Heartsobule, for just for the fact that there's free food and on birthday parties. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like he'd be chill with the rules part because he'd get free food. But that's what the conclusion me and my sister came up with. So you guys let me know if you think otherwise. And then, ooh, I feel like, okay, this one I wasn't able to fact check before this because I got really sick with my Shark Week and everything right now. But I thought that Leona would hate being in Deosomnia because I think it was one of his birthday vignette interviews where he said that he would go with whatever dorm that would be easy basically to, I think, battle the current house warden or take over. So then everyone would just be like beneath him basically. And I said he did the insomnia because there ain't no way he would like take down Malleus. I don't know. Because he stated that in a vignette. But once again, please fact check me if that is incorrect. And this next question is if you could force two characters to be roommates, who would you pick for chaos other than ADEUCE, of course? I I naturally put Rook with either Leona, Malleus, or Reggie. Reasons reasons are all right there, honestly. And the next question is if you were in Twist, what type of spell would you want to have? So honestly, I'm gonna use Hannah's fan art and like character sheet bio she made of my OC character or use on an insert. I still don't know which one I should use for her. But anyways, in it she suggested that I have a spell where I'd be able to turn anything at will into plushies because I am an avid fan of cute stuffies and plushies. So that would be my Yeah, just like Scully basically. Except cute and cuddly. Oh, this is a good one. So, if other than Hunter McCoy, who's Deuce's England ENVA, and Koi Dow, who is Idia's ENVA, which other Twist VA would you like to meet? It's either by crazy look or naturally at a con. So, for those of you who know and have been on my channel for a while, I managed to meet Hunter twice, once in Japan at the Twist Cafe, and a second time just by pure random luck at ALA, just passing by, and then I met KHOI formally at ALA. So given that, who else would I like? Oh my goodness, I honestly would love to meet the entire cast if I could. I would go very broke just trying to get autographs and everything from them though, because there's so many awesome actors. But honestly, I'd just go with Jacob. Bro's cool. You think he's only like a few years older than me? I don't remember. I'm like 24, but I don't know. Y'all who are VA experts, let me know. Ooh, and the last question for the twist category, I feel like that was like at least 7% of my questions. But naturally, that makes sense. But what kind of twist event would you like to see happen in the future? It could be either based off a Disney property or a completely original event. Oh man, okay, so originally for the longest time, I really wanted there to be a Tangled event. It's my most favorite Disney movie ever. Like, oh my goodness, love that movie. But then the Lantern event happened. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I wish there's more for that event instead of just being stuck in a library. I don't know. But anyways, I hope there's like a 2.0 event for that or something. At least a new card or something for that event. Like, I feel like they could have cooked more. But anyway, aside for that, I would say a lot of people would love to see The Emperor's New Groove, and that's the one I also would like to see. Me and my siblings love that movie, so we would like to see some classic chaotic comedy from that movie. But yeah, so that was the end of my twist related questions, and now we're moving on to the next session. The next section, guys, I have like is it called dysphasia? I forgot what it's called, but that is what I'm going through right now. So let me pause and hydrate.